Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me again with my Wednesday Live. This week, we're in conversation with Ashley Green. He's better known to his followers as the Better Body Guru. Ash is based in Surrey in the UK, where he lives with his gorgeous wife, Steph, and his gorgeous little girl, Sienna. So I'm going to invite Ash on now to join us. So let me just pull him up. All right. Okay, so Ash should be joining us shortly, and he's going to tell us more about. Oh, there you are. Good
Hello.
morning. Oh, you look
Morning.
better that way. You got to go the other way.
Have I got to go the other way?
That's it.
Is that better?
That's much better.
Now, will
Good.
that... Oh, there we go. Let's move across here. Let's move
Are
that
you
back there.
comfy?
I am comfy. Oh my gosh, what are you going to ask me?
Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff,
Oh,
Ashley.
right. Oh, excellent, excellent.
So I was just introducing you as the Better Body Guru, and that's what we're going to concentrate on for this conversation with, if that's okay. Even though I know you have got a vast history of being very creative in other areas. So we first met, I don't know if you can remember, it's 14 years ago.
Was it?
14 years ago, we
Wow.
first met. And that was when you actually were a professional dancer and mine and my husband Phil's dance instructor at the time.
That's right.
But the less said about the antics in the rehearsal rooms, the better. But, you know, we had such a brilliant time with you. And even then, Philip and I felt, one, very supported by you, felt that you were very in control of what you were trying to teach us, which in that case was dance. But if we fast forward now 14 years, I've also worked with you now within your new role as a coach. And again, the creativity, because this is what all these conversations I have with other people are about. It's about the creativity they bring into their work. And that's what links myself and other creative, is that we have to look at different ways to get our message across. So before we talk about you being the Better Body Guru, can you just give us a little bit of your back history?
My back history. Okay. Yeah, I can't believe it was 14 years ago, Sandy.
I know,
That's a
I
long
haven't
time.
changed, have I?
You haven't. Nor have I. Well, I've got less hair these days, but
Yeah.
14 years ago, and we were doing Dirty Dancing, were we not?
We were indeed.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Yeah, that was 14 years ago. Wow, lots happened since then, huh?
A lot has happened.
Yeah. So a quick background for me. So yeah, I grew up being a dancer. My mum and dad were dance. I'll briefly go through this because it's a long story. But my mum and dad were dancers. They had their own dance studio. So my sister was a dancer. She was a ballroom dancer. And I went into sort of show dance and adagio work, you know, like partnering, like pas de deux,
Mm-hmm.
um, type things. And I won quite a few. I was world champion and British champion, and I was with a dance company. We toured around, toured around the UK and Europe and some of Asia as well. I did 10 years at I did over 20 productions at the Royal Opera House as well, which are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Did some play, did some acting as well. So lots of, yeah, creativity. And then I started actually, coming out of that. Obviously, I was getting older. You know, you've got a shelf life when you're a dancer. But I always enjoyed teaching and helping people that way. And I taught anyone from sort of 4 years old right through to, you know, people in their 90s, from amateurs, people who are just starting dancing, through to, you know, professional, you know, helping people with their, you know, professional shows and lifting and things like that. So I really enjoyed sort of that, you know, just talking and dealing with, you know, different people. I enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
that. But yeah, and then I started doing Zumba, sort of, I don't know, 2008 maybe, and had Zumba classes, which I loved, which were awesome because we had really, they were in studios in Ballum,
Mhm.
actually above a pub in Ballum, but it was awesome because it was like this very old sort of 1930s ballroom, so it was like the perfect place. So we had over well, average about 45, 50 people every session. I have 3 sessions for about 5 or 6 years, which is really cool. And then I sort of got into, and then, so that was obviously, women coming along because women love
Mhm.
dancing and being in a group fitness class, and it was
Mhm.
great fun. And then I started training. I became a personal trainer, and just because I knew I could. I've always been into fitness. I knew that I could help people, and the people that come along, I know I could help them. Um, uh, and obviously it's a way to make money as well, and it was a career, and
Yeah.
I was kind of into that, and so that's when I started. And that's why I started training women essentially.
Mhm.
And yeah, and so we run various boot camps and group fitness, and just built a business that way. And then I started running a studio in South London. We're training women over 30 really to get stronger, and help them with their nutrition. And we ran that for sort of 5 or 6 years very successfully. Helped a lot of people there, which was awesome. And then so I just moved into coaching that way because I found that you know um, when I was a PT, people would come along for to to lose weight and obviously
Mm.
feel better, but only probably out of all the people that when I was a PT, probably 20-30% of them actually got to their weight goal. you
Mm.
know um, and so I was trying to figure out why some people make it and some people don't. And with the studios, probably like maybe 30-40% got there. Everyone got fitter and everyone felt better. um, uh, but they still didn't get to where they actually wanted to get to. So then I
Mm.
went into behavior change coaching and started looking at that and realizing it's not about you know uh, a good fitness plan and a good nutrition plan. It's more about what's going on in here
Absolutely.
and people's lifestyle and habits and how they feel about themselves. So
Mm.
that's what led me into behavior change coaching, which I've been doing for the last 3 years, I think, 2 or 3 years.
So with that, with the work you're doing and with the behavior change, have you found that a lot of women are coming because they want to now, especially as we're getting older, and we're living longer? One, we want to make sure that the longer we live, the healthier we stay. So we need to keep our mobility and everything up. But mentally, they're having lots of life changes. I mean, you're a guy, obviously. You live in a house with two women. You're going to be seeing so many changes along the way with your daughter and your wife. But with the women that you're working with, that there may be divorce, there may be empty nest syndrome, there may be changes in their career path. All of a sudden, they're working at a high level, and then that changes. So having to deal with the emotional side of your client as well as the physical, where do you? What I suppose what I'm trying to say is you look at them in a holistic way, the body, mind, and spirit within your coaching
Yeah, that's
and the
right.
programs that you create.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I suppose I always said there's 5 pillars in the Revive and Thrive program, which is a 12-week program, and we look at fitness and nutrition, of course. We could look at lifestyle and habits, sleep and stress, and mindset. Because obviously,
Mm.
fitness and nutrition are important, but it's only a small piece of the puzzle. Actually, it's more important for mindset and lifestyle and habits and the stress and all kind of things like that. So we look at those 5 pillars, and obviously we're all different, but
Yeah.
we're also all the same as well in some ways. But I just feel I do work with guys as well. I do work with guys, but I just, why do I work with women? Predominantly work with women because I enjoy it, because I think I feel I have more, I have quite a lot of empathy for women. And you know what? I'm not sure why. I think it's because I've been through quite a few problems, issues, situations in my life, and I think that just makes me, just the kind of person I am, but just makes me a bit more empathetic. Not that other guys aren't, but yeah, I just feel I just connect a bit better when I'm coaching with women. Having said that, I know women coaches that just coach men. And so it's quite interesting. I don't know exactly why, but I feel I have more connection.
I think sometimes they say it's the makeup in the brain, isn't it? If you have more of what's the word? If like you say, you have the more empathy towards the opposite sex, is because somewhere you've got a better understanding. You grew up in a house with your mum and your sister. If you have lots of strong women around you, then you're going to be able to take what they've taught you and develop that and pass it on.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be something that's just innate within us all, and it's whether or not we choose to unlock that part of our brain, possibly.
Yeah.
So looking at how you work with your clients, your female clients, what I found was when I was working alongside you, you were very much about empowerment of women, about us finding our strength, about us finding our voice. Where did you get that part from? Was it taught? Was it, like I just said, sort of like learnt behaviours? But how is it you've managed to click into that where a lot of male trainers don't? They just want you push, 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 and they want to make a mini version of them. But you're not like that at all.
No, not at all. I think, well, trainers as in personal trainers, yeah, that's what they'll do because, they're just working on your fitness, But like I said, I think I've realized over the years that, weight loss and, taking back control of your life and feeling better about yourself, it's not about, it does have some effect, how you look. Of course it does, your body image and things like that, but it's more about what's going on in here. What's going on in here and what's going on in here. So then most people will come, well, everyone pretty much, 85% of people come to lose weight to start with. But like I say, it's not about losing weight. They will lose weight, of course they will, but it's more about what's going on in here and the things that they're dealing with in their life. They might not even realize that they're, dealing with various different things, but it's more about, because, we can always go on this, how things are in life. We're always expected to be a certain way. We have to work with our jobs. We've got to look after our families. It's all go, go, go. And it's very easy to get on that merry-go-round. And you forget about you and about being present and about, empowering yourself, because it's very easy. And I can do that as well. And my wife, we can just go on and on and on. Sometimes you just got to stop and just become more present. I think
that's one thing that I took away. As you said to me, you said, Sammy, stop being a bystander in your own life. Be present in it and enjoy it, because otherwise you're going to miss it and it'll be too late. And that I've always kept with me. And so every day I try to make every day as the best day I can.
Yeah.
Not just for me, but my family as well. But if it's good for me, then it's going to be good for those around me. And like you
Yeah,
say, it's about not being the bystander and actually taking a bit of control. And even if some of a lot of the women you work with are all professional women, they've all got people asking something of them. So at some times you may feel like a fish that's being pulled apart by bigger fishes, and then what's left for you? Just a bag of bones, sort of thing. But
that's right. And especially for women as well. Sorry, interrupted. Especially for
I
women
know.
as well, because you guys are the carers and the givers. You look after everyone. You're looking
Mm,
after your kids, looking after your partners. You've got jobs, and everything's go go go. You've got to do the shopping, you've got to do the washing. I mean, and I know guys do that as well,
mm.
but generally, but generally women do all of that, kind of keep everything running. So it's even, and I can see it with my wife Steph. She looks after me and Sienna, and runs a business and does everything, all the thing, and it's very difficult for her to sometimes for her to have any time for herself, or look after herself. She'd much
Mm,
rather, or her first instinct is to make sure everyone else is all right before she worries about herself.
mm.
um, and that's not always the best thing to do.
No, because if you don't look after yourself, how can you then go on to look after the ones that you care about if you're not taking care of yourself?
Completely, yeah.
Um,
It's that old thing, isn't it, of when you're in a plane and the masks drop down, when they're explaining about the masks,
mm,
why do they say put your own mask on first? It's
mm,
so because
exactly.
you've got to look after yourself first, then you can look after everyone else.
Yeah. What is that what is the common block that you found with your clients? Is it the fear of failure, the lacking of confidence, something else, or a squish, a mixture of all of it?
Good question. I think it's the belief in themselves. I think it's belief that they can do it. I think there's elements of there are confused maybe of what they should be focusing on, because there's lots of things going on. And if you've gone through months, years of not looking inside, or
Mm,
lots of things going on, then it's very difficult to kind of figure out what you need to work on first. And
mm,
that's why having a coach is great. I mean, I know from my point of view, when I've had coaches and have a coach now, um, it's that time where you can literally just talk to someone.
mm,
It's kind of just talking
mm,
to someone and having someone listening without any judgment,
mm, mm,
and help hold the mirror up, really.
mm. I mean,
um,
I recall that when I worked with you for the first like 6 weeks, at the end of the call, I'd say, I'm so sorry, I've given you a load of verbal diarrhea again. And it took about 7 or 8 weeks for me to stop apologizing. But it is that giving yourself that time, allowing yourself to have that time. And it's not even like giving yourself a gift. It's something that actually you should have,
mm,
And I think for women, that is a hard part, is to realize actually we do should have this, not as a gift, but as a want. We should have
yeah,
this. So I completed your program and I found it very beneficial. And I've still got all my notes because you give us homework. I just need to say this. You give us homework, and I still read through mine. Whenever I'm going on a wobble, I'll go back and I'll read through the work that you've given me. Um, I would like you now officially to blow your own trumpet about that course, because it is a brilliant course physically, but for me it was a more of an emotional and a mental um, challenge. The physical challenge, yeah, I was doing it, but it was the emotional, mental for me was the hardest part. But that's the part I'm really grateful for.
yeah. Well, I think think for everyone, that's the hardest part, I think, because because generally people aren't expecting that. They're expecting, they want to come and lose some weight. And yes, they want to feel better about themselves, but they want to lose some weight. So they're thinking that, I'm going to give them, loads of workout routines and, a funky, nutrition plan and stuff like that. But it's not about that. It's more about, we focus on the mental and emotional side, which actually can sound a bit scary if you listen to it, but we kind of, we only go as far as people want to go, and there is homework along the way, but I'd call them like mindset modules. It's kind of like a bit of self-reflection, really. It's looking at, what your values are, where you are now, who you are, like how you've got to where you've got to. And then it's kind of just, looking forward about, where you want to get to, who do you want to be? Because a lot of the time, we don't look because we're too busy going on with things here. We forget about looking forwards and who do we want to get to. So we always sort of head towards our default future. Very easy that we just keep going on this merry-go-round, on this circle, and we head towards this way. So it's good to look at, actually, no, I want to be this person here and have these values, and I want to be this kind of person. And as soon as you have that, you sort of veer away from the default future and head towards your new future, So there is self-reflection and looking forwards, because obviously I'm not a therapist. Therapists look back at problems, and things that have happened in your past and sort of delve into it. But we don't do that. We just sort of, I'm more of a coach, so I like to get people to their goal, looking forward.
So the past is acknowledged. The past is acknowledged, but actually, it is about the goals and about the wanting us to be the best we can be in the here and now, but also projecting ourselves forward.
Yeah.
Which is so, like you say, you do look at diet and fitness. You do look at mindset, and having those pieces put together is like the pieces of the puzzle to enable you to move forward and move on with what you're achieving. So with your ladies that come on the 12-week course, at the end of it, what is the common feedback that they give you?
Well, we have a couple of goals when we start. So obviously people want to lose weight, like I say, most people want to do that. And we always say, like, it's 12 to 24 pounds they can lose in 12 weeks comfortably, right? So obviously, it's to lose weight, but we always have another goal as well, because the losing weight is like an external goal, and then the other goal is more of an internal goal. So it could be like, well, I want to feel better about myself. I want to feel like I want to love myself. I want to have a better body image. So we have the two goals, and we work on those, as we go forward. When people finish, I'll have to put some testimonials up so you can see them, because it feels strange for me to say it, but they have a far better outlook on life. They have, like, from when people start, from when they finish, from my point of view, they have so much more energy, and they feel so much more alive. They're like they're back in control of their life, almost, because they didn't realize that they almost sometimes didn't even realize that they were out of control, but they were, because they weren't listening to themselves, and where they were. So calmer, have more energy, just feel so much better, back in control.
On Instagram, on your Instagram page, you go live regularly, and you really leave real golden nuggets of motivation. Who or where do you get your motivation from about all that you do? Because you've had lots of ups and downs, health-wise, and what keeps you going? Who motivates you?
Good question. Who motivates me? Well, my family does, to start with. My wife Steph, and of course my little girl Sienna. Even this morning, I woke up feeling I had yesterday. I had a lot of coaching calls, and as
Mm-hmm.
always on Wednesday mornings, I'm always a bit tired. So Wednesday mornings, I normally just generally chill out. I meditate a bit longer, but I was feeling a little bit, a bit groggy this morning. But Sienna was there, so it always makes me feel a lot better.
Mm.
Who else motivates me? I think those two do. I mean, I always feel quite motivated. Um, there are times when I don't, like this morning, and then I find that motivation from my little girl. Um, but yeah, I guess I guess I'm always quite driven to a goal, or I think it's important, especially because of my health issues that I've had before, like the cancer that I've had or do have. Um, so yeah, I just yeah, I get motivation from my girls. Is the best way to explain
Yeah.
it.
What about your triathlon training? Can we talk about that?
Yeah,
Are you
we can.
feeling fit to talk about that? Because you always look absolutely knackered when I see you.
Oh, that's just on my stories. That's just on my stories. Yeah. Well, I took up triathlon. This is another thing. This probably helps with my motivation because, I have multiple myeloma, which is a incurable blood cancer, and I have had various treatments. I've had it since I was
Mm,
40, and I'm 49 now. So I've had a broken neck from it. I've
mm,
had and I've been through lots of chemo and a couple of stem cell transplants, and they basically just try and keep you in remission, and
mm.
then every sort of 2, 3, 4 years it just flares up again. So I have to go through another load of horrible treatment, and the treatment's tough to get through. Obviously, like it's like 4 or 5 months of chemotherapy, and then I had a stem cell transplant on the top of that.
Mm.
So that's quite hard. So I always have to keep on top of my fitness. I always feel I do. Um, and I figured out that I always like training for something because it keeps me motivated and keeps me
Yeah,
focused on it.
yeah.
And for this, I know I have to keep on top of my fitness, because
Hmm.
that's going to help me recover quicker and help me deal with all the treatment. So I figured, right, I'll take up triathlon because there's always events that I can do, and you have to train. There's 3 disciplines to do. I know I'll enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
So I figured I'll enjoy it, and it'll keep me going. So that's
Wow.
what I'm doing. So I am training for a half Ironman. So I took it up after my last stem cell transplant, which was March 2020, and obviously I had to recover and had to go through a few months of recovery.
Mm.
And then I thought, right, I'll start doing some training for triathlon, because A, I'll enjoy it, and B, it'll keep me on top of my fitness. So I started that. So I did some triathlons. I did 3 last year, and so I figured, right, I'll do a half Ironman in June, one in June, and one in Shropshire, and one in Weymouth end of September.
Wow.
I was actually thinking, right, I'm just going to jump in. I'm just do an Ironman, which is it's like a 4K swim, 180K bike, and a marathon on the end. Run a marathon on the end. But then I was thinking I'll just jump in and do that because that's scary, and I thought I quite like doing it. but then I was reading a blog on someone who did it, and then he said, doing the idea of doing an Ironman is seems like a great idea until you get off the bike and realize you've got to run a marathon.
Oh, yeah,
so,
exactly.
so I thought, you know what, I'll just do a half one. So it'd be just a half marathon on the end. I'll see how I do, and then if I enjoy it, then I'll step up and do an Ironman. Yeah.
Well, I'm just amazed. Well, I'm not amazed because it's you. It's just you, Ashley. It's something you would do, But I'm very proud of you. I'll
Oh,
stand on the sidelines and clap. But yeah. So where can we find more information about you and the 12-week program and the book? I noticed the other day you've got a book, your
got a
ebook,
book.
your ebook.
Oh, I've got a few ebooks, yeah, on
Yeah.
on various different things, yeah. Where would you find? So you go onto my Insta page. There's a link on there that you can people can link through to the website, or send me a DM. I mean, and basically the first call, if you're interested, I just have a call just to see, just a quick 10-minute call just to see if I can help people. Firstly, if I
Yeah.
can't, I pass them on to someone that can. And then, if they want to, after that, we can have a longer call and sort of go through things in a bit more detail.
Well,
But yeah, if anyone wants to know any more, send me a DM.
when we finished the live, I'll put all the links in the messages so people can just click on them.
Sure.
I've
Also, I
got
should say as well, if people want to, they could. I've got a Facebook group, Wellbeing and Weight Loss for Women, for busy women.
right, brilliant,
And yeah, I'll put the link in there as well, so they can always
excellent.
join that Facebook group if they want.
Okay, so what I normally do with my guests is I have like just 6 or 7 quick questions, just so we
Oh
can find
God.
out a little bit more about you.
Oh God.
Right?
Right. Okay.
But you've got very quick.
I'll get ready.
Lazy Sunday or shopping with your girls?
Lazy Sunday.
Your favourite food?
Um,
Because I know it's not all healthy.
no, but my favourite food. Oh, it's got to be kimchi jjigae,
What's that?
which is a spicy Korean soup made out of kimchi, which is
Oh,
like
okay.
pickled cabbage. It's lovely.
Yeah.
I bet
Open
no one's
water.
ever said that before, have they?
No, they haven't. Not that one. Open water swimming or cycling?
Open water swimming.
What's
Yeah.
the coldest water you've been in?
Well, the coldest water I've been in. Well, in a lake, it was 5 degrees,
Oh.
which is pretty cold. I didn't last long in there. Even with a wetsuit, it's quite cold. But I get in there for training. It was quite good for like but for training, it's no good in a cold lake like that.
No. The last film you watched?
Um, the Marvel one. Oh my gosh, what's it called? The latest one. I can't think of what the name is.
It was that good.
It's that good. That's so annoying. I can't remember what the name is, but it's the latest Marvel film that came out.
All right. More importantly, Dirty Dancing or Strictly Ballroom?
Oh, that's a good one. I think Dirty Dancing. It's got to be.
Good choice. Leg days or arm days? Which do you hate the most?
Well, actually, I don't do either. I don't do leg days or arm days. I do just more all over body.
All over body.
Yeah,
Winter or summer?
summer, 100%. I'm all about summer, the sun, heat. Winter, darkness, cold. No, it's got to be heat.
Okay. And my last question for you, Ash, is what's coming up for you in 2022? What have we got to look forward to with the Better Body Guru?
Well, I've got 2 half Ironmans coming up, which is
Hmm.
exciting. What else is coming up? We're just building building that business because we were running, I was running two businesses up to the end of last year, which is the studio in South London. But we closed that down because we just didn't enjoy. I'm very grateful for running that, and it did serve its purpose, and very thankful for all our clients that came along. But we just realized that it wasn't something that we wanted to do anymore. So we closed it down in December, so we could just focus on our coaching business. And my wife coaches as well, you see. So, and the benefits of people get so much more benefit out of it. That's what we wanted to focus on. So yeah, that's what we're focusing on this year, just building our coaching businesses.
Brilliant. Ashley, thank you so much for joining me today, for sharing everything that you've shared today. I will put all the links in once I post the conversation up, and we just wish you all the best with your Ironman competitions with the Better Body Guru. Send my love and best wishes to Steph and Sienna as well, and thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks Sammy.
I think you have to click yourself out to leave.
How was I?
You were fabulous.
Did I ramble too much?
You don't ramble, but you're still live.
Am I still live? I know I am.
You nutter.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks for inviting me on here, just for chatting. It's really good to see you. And I can't believe it's been 14 years, Sammy.
I know. We'll have to dance again.
We'll have to. Also, I'd say I'm so happy that you got so much out of. I mean, I know you did from working with me on the Revive and Thrive program, and you still go back to your notes, and that's really awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that program, because I wouldn't be putting my face out in front of everyone.
Really?
So there you go.
That's amazing. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Great stuff. All right, thanks a lot, Sammy.
See you later.
See ya. Bye.
Bye. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for watching. Sorry I couldn't say hello to everyone, because I just feel it's so important when I have a guest on to hear what they've got to say. And Ashley is such an inspiring man. He motivates me. Please go to his Instagram page and see what he's doing, hear what he's saying, because he has so much knowledge to share. And it can only make you feel better, so thank you ever so much. I will see you next week for another live with, and thank you for joining me. Bye bye.